IFUGAO men wear the traditional garb during a bumaya and in other special occasions, but they rarely use it at home, on the streets, or at work. In comparison, the women continue to wear the ampuyo or skirt every day. The color of the cloth tells about the wearer's domicile. In the districts of Kiangan and Asipulo, weavers put in more strips of deep blue and black to contrast the red. The Mayoyaw IFUGAO, meanwhile, were fascinated with rainbows and has since created skirts and G-strings with predominantly blue and rainbow hues. The people of Hongduan and Banawe, said to be the oldest stock of the terracing people in IFUGAO, wear pieces of red and black stripes of equal width. Red is an important color for the IFUGAO. On a clear day, an observant visitor would not fail to see red shrubs dotting the rice terraces. This is the dungla, a ritual plant known in ordinary circles as the fortune plant, believed to prevent lightning from striking the fields and to ward off evil spirits. The IFUGAO believe that spirits fear red, hence to create a blanket of protection against misfortune. Red, by tradition, dominates the weaver's looms. In other cultures, it is unthinkable for males to man the weaving loom, but in IFUGAO, gender is not an issue. This is Ruben, an IFUGAO from the town of Asipulo. Down the line, he belongs to the 4th generation of weavers that have used this loom, which he says he inherited from his grandmother. Then again, gender roles are indeed interchangeable in IFUGAO. Men and women in IFUGAO enjoy equal footing because, historically, they were never influenced by the patriarchal culture of the Spanish. Both sexes share the sun's heat and the heavy workload. The terraces are repaired, plowed, and watered by men. Women do the back-breaking task of planting seedlings for a very important reason. The IFUGAO believe that the feminine touch ensures the fertility of the soil and a bountiful harvest. But these alone do not guarantee a good harvest. Threats from rodents, thieves, and wicked demigods are constant, and so the people are required to hold a special ritual to purge these evils. The ritual begins with the sharing of the consecrated baya, or rice wine. Here we see the wine jar called buhi, bartered from Chinese merchants in the earliest days of foreign contact on the Philippine shores. They call their native priest the mumbaki, meaning the performer of rituals and prayers. The mumbaki's invocation of the gods begin all for the blessing of the terraces and homes of the people of Hongduan. A chicken is sacrificed. Its heart is still beating, but it is the color of the bile that they are watching out for. A pale one does not augur well, but today, the bile is dark, foretelling success for the next phase, the exorcism of evil. Their noises drown the evil spirits in agony. After the ritual, they remove their dungla-laden accessories and thrust their spears into the soil. They leave the dungla at the edge of their territory. This shall serve as a searing blockade where unwanted spirits dare not pass through. This whole exercise is known by different names. In Hongduan, it is called the hulin. In Asipulo, it is the patipat. In other places, it is the tagtag. a vocal limitation of the ruckus made by the wooden planks and sticks. IFUGAO is immersing their children in these kinds of tradition before these are forgotten. A cultural revival is in order. Yet, they believe that this is only achievable not through strict curricula imposed in formal schools, but through the graceful and free interaction between old and young. This is the School of Living Traditions. This young man learned the art of wood carving from his elders in the School of Living Traditions. He is chipping away fragments of this share of wood, revealing a pair of dining utensils with interesting anthropomorphic handles. The older men are carving larger pieces. Their feet hug the still unshaped wood as they work, holding the block firmly in place. One carves the bulol, guardian of the rice granaries, an esteemed spirit among the IFUGAO. The other is rendering his version of a winged angel, an obvious manifestation of the advent of Christianity among Highlanders. Yet again, percussive sounds fill the air as the pieces of hardwood slowly take shape. It is a sound of ages of tradition. Who else but the greatest carvers of the mountainsides are capable of producing these creations as well? Scaled down perhaps, nevertheless, still objects of awed gazes, mysterious, raw, and magnetic.